Here we go. Ready? Hi, you are watching On Town, and I'm your host, Tanya Cooper. And this week I have with me for Living Room Chat, Arthur Elizabeth Graybill, Unbreakable Me, and Still I Rise. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you?
Hi, my dear. It's good to see you.
Everybody's good, good, good. Thank you for joining us. So it's Living Room Chat. And, I saw that there's a lot going on. Well, first of all, let me just say my condolences to all the families that were involved in the Kroger shooting in Tennessee, I want to say. So that's number one. That's the very sad thing that just happened. I think it was early today, out in Tennessee. So that's one. It's like a Memphis suburb, and they were like, "That kind of thing doesn't happen here." But I was like, "Well, so go with me, guys, on this." The reason why I mentioned that because all the residents in some places who are getting jabbed, I'll just say, they're getting a chance to be enrolled in college for free, which is a good one. That's a good incentive. Some are getting tricked out trucks. Whoa. Some are getting hunting rifles. Scary thought after all the shootings that are going on. Hello. There was 2 shootings, actually. Another one in California where a disgruntled employee. Then you have Krogers today or something early this morning at 4 a.m., something like that. I can't remember the time. So keep in mind what I'm saying here. Follow me on this. In addition to what they get $1.588 million worth of grand prizes in some places. And that's depending on where you're at. The point is some places are not, I guess, fully jabbed. So they're trying to find ways to make sure that happens. And because they think that, doing so will help whatever people will be safer or something. So that's why they're doing it. But my thing is, and why I had you come with me today, is because the incentives, I just have a hard time with incentives. And then I'm like, well, if you got all this money, one girl in Virginia, and she was white, she got $1 million for taking the jab. And I was like, why does a white girl get $1 million and a jail inmate gets famous Amos cookies? Like what is going on? What? Yeah. Famous Amy's cookies. Wait. Oh, excuse me. Commissary. $20. What?
Listen. Yeah.
$20, and some are taking off sentence time. I'm like, wow. What for the guy that you planted weed on? Maybe is that what you're taking time off for? Because what? Like what? How did this happen? So I'm just a little dismayed. What's the word I'm looking for? That. I don't know. I'm just a little shocked and like weirded out by the incentive, like a gift card to McDonald's. Like, you're going to let me clog my arteries because you care so much about me, but you want me to do this and you're making me do this? That doesn't make sense at all to me. So it's okay if that's what you choose to do, but let's talk about these incentives. What's up with the incentives?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I kind of was trying to brainstorm some of that too. And I think what troubles me the most is that how it impacts the lower income communities.
There it is.
Because I think that when you look at all of these incentives that they're giving, especially in the lower income areas, the minorities, right? It's like you said, you just
$25 gift card.
Yeah, I live in Georgia, and in my county, it's so crazy because the sheriff here just announced not too long ago that he was giving inmates a $20 incentive for their commissary. And when I heard that, it was almost like I felt a slap in the face.
Exactly.
For them, right? Yeah, exactly. And I was, and the first thing that came to my head was, how dare you? Like, I mean, but you're talking about vulnerability, right? Yeah. You're talking about some people that are in these in the prison system who may not have family, who may not get, little things here and there, who may not even have a commissary, right? And then you throw this $20 incentive, and it's almost like, are you serious? Listen, I have an issue with that as well. I think that there's something really cynical about that.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't like that. I mean, look at this.
And I'm not, listen, it's a choice, right? We all have choices. If you
Absolutely.
want to go and get the stab, go and get the stab. If you
Right.
don't, you don't. But
Right.
what I find that's, you know, even more troubling is now they're mandating
For
certain
employees.
things that are happening. And I know that, you know, I was looking at some stuff about, you know, I think they just mandated companies
Federal employees.
with 100 or more workers,
Yes.
you know, need to be, or they have to go and do COVID testing every
And
week,
Mhm.
which can be very, you know, difficult as well, you know.
Yes.
But
yeah, because now you're getting that thing up your nose every week. Who wants to do that?
right.
You don't know what's on those
and you know, yeah, and it's so crazy because I have said this, right? I have mentioned this. I mentioned this months and months ago. I said that, you know, when people started saying they wasn't getting the vaccine or they were against getting, I said, listen, you know what we're dealing with right now, right? We're dealing with the government, right?
Right.
And so, you know, hey, this is what it is. And I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this on the town with Tanya.
Wait a minute. Wait, depending on what you say.
I want to say.
I need to protect my guest.
No, but I have to say this, right? Okay. And I'm saying this on your show today. This is going to get a lot more deeper than what it is right now. Oh, so yeah. If you are low income and you are on housing or you're getting food stamps or any kind of supplement, cash assistance, listen, there's going to be some other stuff that's going to happen. Okay. And, you know, I'm going to say it here today because this is a true belief that I have. For those who are, you know, reluctant to get this vaccine, the government, you know, is going to find a way to get everyone, you know, unwillingly, and things are going to be put on the line, just like with these jobs. Like I have a friend of mine. Listen, I have a friend of mine that I just spoke with today. There's a company out here. It's called Pratt and Whitney. They have mandated their workers to get vaccinated, right? Now, there's a lot of people from what I heard. Now, I don't know how true it is about them leaving, but there's a lot of people that are working there that's saying we're not getting the vaccine. So my thing is, and I guess I'm saying that to say this, you know, when you start putting people's livelihoods at stake, okay, and you start, you know, when people got to look at, am I going to be able to work and pay my mortgage, pay my car note, feed my family, you know, take care of my bills. When you start, you know, dangling, you know, these things over people's heads, you know, I mean, come on, it's so unfair, right? It's so unfair that, you know, it's almost, listen, this is very indirectly saying, you know, either you get the jab, right, or you know what, you're going to starve or you're going to lose. Well,
that's where they appear to be going. But let me tell you this is why I have a problem with it. I say you should be freedom of choice. Always. I'm very much big on we should be allowed to do whatever we want to do with our bodies. And I don't like the fact that people are telling me I have to be some herd because I didn't heard that. Okay. I didn't heard that. So that's my comedic side. Sorry. But so it's okay if that's what you want to do. If that's what you choose, I respect it. I got no problem with it. But don't tell me what I have to do because you're going to have, I'm telling you, you're going to have people. This is another issue I have is you're going to have, you know, we got our firefighter, our police, our nurses who were on the front line from the first day this hit. They didn't say, I ain't going to work. I'm calling in because there's a virus. Oh, my God. They went out and they went and got, and them EMT guys, they got in their trucks or whatever. The firefighters got in their truck. They didn't say, oh, my God, it's COVID. I'm not going to go to that house. They didn't do that. And to top it off, you know what I'm saying? They went through, when Ebola came out, they didn't stop working. And they didn't have no PPE. I mean, they had the basic, you know, protectors, but they didn't have no vaccine. How are you going to mandate them when they've given their service? And while I have issues with some bad cops, I gotta say most of the ones that we know, at least that we know, and the ones that we've been dealing with, they sacrifice all the time. And it should not be, it's not fair to me. I don't think that the nurses and the doctors that were out on the front line when this first came out, if I was a nurse and the front this came out, I would have been like, here's my resignation, goodbye. I would have been like, I'm telling you, I'm a wimp. I would have been like, bye, I gotta go. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not have been staying. That's just me. But see, these guys were on the front line. Why are you making them make a choice? And you know they got mortgages to pay. You know they have kids to feed. You know they have families to take care of. You know that they have some big egos when it comes to taking care of their family. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm saying they're men, women who are like, I got to take care of my family. That's the American way, right? So now you're going to make them not do the American way. What would that look like? So now someone's got to do something. I have a friend that works in a hospital. She had to take it. She has a mortgage. She's got a new house. She has to take it. She had no choice. And so she's worried about it because, you know, whatever, but that's not even the issue. Why are you putting people in a corner? Because they're going to come out like raccoons. You see this young man, unfortunately, that went to the job or something crazy. How much you want to bet it's over some crazy stuff? He was a disgruntled employee. I mean, that's what they said, but they didn't go into detail. But I'm going to bet that somewhere in this realm, this is going to be a lot of stuff going on. People are going to, you see a lot of women and children being killed now. You see this crazy guy that killed his girlfriend, Gabby, whatever her name is, you know, the Gabby, you know, whatever her name is, the girl that was looking for, but while there's 5,000 black girls missing and we got to find her and we got to be all involved in that. But, you know, RIP to the poor girl. I'm just saying, like, you know, like, but this guy's on the run because they let him go. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pull up to a scene and she tells you I just got beat up by my boyfriend and you let him go. That was really cute. I mean, what? And now you're looking for him? You know where you're going to find him. One of two places. You know, dead or in Europe, like Polanski did. He pulled the old okie dokie on him. So the point I'm making with that is that he's probably a stressed out young white male who's now got his back up against the wall. And you know, just, you know, people don't think about that. When you have your back against the wall with all those elements, anything could happen. Like literally anybody could snap. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could snap and be like, it's no excuse. And it's not, I'm not condoning anything. I would never, absolutely no circumstances at all would I put a violent act against another human being, because there is no excuse for that. You know, if you were right here, right now, trying to strangle me and I got to fight you, that's different. But if I'm just walk into a place and kill somebody, no way. My mother would come out of her grave and slap me. So I would not do that. But I'm just saying, with all these things piled on America right now in the world, you know, to pile up another thing and say, yeah, by the way, so by the way, not only do you have to get this when you go here and you do this, and if you want to see your family, you got to do that. But on top of it, if you want to work and earn a living and feed your kids, now you got to do a whole nother thing. Come on, you can't do that to people.
Well, here's the thing, okay? And I guess I'm going to take this back a little further. First of all, I think people need to remember where we're at. What you know, what this country has done for many, many decades and decades and listen. This is not something new, right? The government, if you look back, they have made and they have done things to make us, you know, conform to what they want us to conform to. So this is not anything that's like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this, because they've been doing this for decades. Okay, right. They've been making us listen. You know, this is the thing that I look at too. I mean, this is something, and you know what? It's so crazy because once again, speaking to somebody, they said, "Oh, this is the new world order." Right. So, honey, this ain't no new world order. This has been going on for centuries.
Yes, and you know what's funny? What's funny that you said that, because just like when the person in chief said, "Oh, you're gonna take it, or you're gonna or you're not gonna be able to work. We're not gonna give you no government contracts if you don't have all your employees take it." That was very indicative of slavery, when the slave masters said, or actually a modern day Karen, when you don't do what they want you to do, they'll shut you down hard body. Like you ain't breathing, you ain't moving, you ain't doing jack. And I know you know, somebody, I'll give you an example. Arsenio Hall, when he said something about, he had somebody on a show or something, they shut him down. He was done. This is very indicative of, I call it a slave master move. I don't care if you don't like it. That's what the hell I call it. It's a slave master move, where it's like, yeah. And what, this is the thing about this slave master move. It affects white people. That's why you got my firefighters, you got the ambulance, EMT. Y'all got to take it too. You got to take it too. So Mr. Massa ain't coming just for me. He coming for you too. That's the problem I have is like, is there no end to this? These people were going in front line hard body, did not care about color or what your eyeball looked like or what kind of virus and disease you had. They were like, I got to go and help these people. I'm going to get it done. Boom. And now you're going to do that to them after they get loyal service to America? Please,
first, let me say this, okay? And this is my view, and this is the way I feel.
Right.
Freedom is not free in America, okay?
Nowhere.
So when we talk about, and I love my country, okay?
You too.
When you talk about land of the free, home of the brave, listen, let me tell you something. There are conditions.
Yes, for all your freedom.
Listen, to live in this country,
yes,
to be born in this country, there are conditions. There have always been conditions.
Yes.
Okay. And I think people seem to forget that who's in control.
Yes, because it's the people that stole it.
And the truth is, when you give up your rights and you sign at the dotted line on a lot of different, and I can go somewhere else with that. But when you give up your right, listen, let me tell you something. America is in control of you. Like I tell people, we don't own anything here.
Right.
There's nothing that anyone owns here. Okay. Because the minute you don't pay your taxes on your nice house or you don't pay, you listen, who comes and gets it?
Right.
Who gets it? The government, right? Right. The minute listen to this. The minute your child doesn't show up for school a couple of days,
that's right.
Knocking at your door, huh? The government.
Okay,
listen, they are in control.
But wait, that's some kids too, because Lisa Steinberg, they didn't care. She was chained to a chair, and they didn't come for her because she was with the white lawyer, so it was okay for her to be home.
Yeah, I mean, but my thing is of course, the government picks and chooses. Okay, yes, this has been going on for a long time too.
Yes,
there's an old saying, if you have enough money, you can get away with murder.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, it's the truth. And
that's what Trump said. Trump said that. He said, I can go in a crowd and I can shoot somebody and nobody will do a thing.
And you want to know something? He told the truth.
He did. That's the one thing he told the truth.
True. It is true. So when it comes down to, you're talking about these incentives and, this jab thing that they got going on. Listen, when it's all said and done, right? They're going to find a way to make sure that if you live in America, right, you're going to get something.
Yeah, but that's what separates us from everybody else. If we set the precedent and do something crazy, we are screwed, because now everyone's going to say, look at them. They were so righteous and they were so all about the people. And look at them. They didn't even care about their people. So we're already being laughed at, but we're going to be super laughed at.
I'll be honest with you. I've talked to you about this. I went and took the first shot.
Right.
Okay. And the minute that I did that, okay, I went through some stuff. Right. I decided at that very moment that I was done. Right. And that was my personal choice. Right. That was my personal choice. And so, again, it's like, I'm just kind of waiting, for the time to come that, they're going to say, you're going to have to get it, or you're not going to be able to work.
But what about they got boosters coming now?
Well,
good luck with that. Anyway,
they have a whole lot of other stuff coming right now.
Oh yes, they do. They got a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff. I'm not signing up for none of it. In fact, I got my bags packed and ready to get the hell out.
And it's so sad, because this is what it really is going to come down to. And I think that people need not to be naive.
Yeah, okay. No, what they need to do is make sure that they're not locking all their assets into the home, into the mortgages, into fancy cars, because we don't know where this is going. If I were you, the first thing I would be doing is downsizing. Please, thank you for $500. Unless You're like most people.
downsizing.
You're like the herd immunity, and you want to be like, I don't care. I'll do whatever. Be my guest. Do whatever. Because if you feel comfortable, I'm all for you. I'm like, yes, rooting for you. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, and my thing is right.
I'm loving it.
And listen, my thing is
don't get on me because I'm not doing
right. And that's my thing. I'm not going to discourage anybody from making their own personal choice.
Yep, I want
if
you to
that is what you think you need to do, then by all means
do it.
You do what you need to do.
Exactly. Okay. And I have no problem.
Right. But for those who are against this situation, you're just going to have to deal with it, whatever comes after this, because this is not going to end like right here.
No,
right?
I wish it would.
I'm saying people need to get prepared for whatever else they're going to come up with in order for people to
be coming up. Believe that.
But this is what it is, and it's just unfortunate. But I'll honestly, I seen it coming.
Yep.
And I still see things coming.
Yeah.
And if you don't see it, then I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Well, what's funny? Before just long before she died, psychic Sylvia Brown, I had asked her, actually you can read her book. I have it here somewhere. In the light. I forgot the name of the book, but Sylvia Brown, her last book, the purple one. And I said, I was wondering why no psych, because I have premonitions and stuff, but I was like, how come nobody can see past a certain year? And she talks about it in her book. It was like, I was like, well, I'm going to be one of the people in Revelations that God talks about 200 and something thousand people will still be living while all the chaos is going on. I'm going to be one of them. That's what I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there that I will be watching with my popcorn saying, oh, I told y'all should listen to Jesus. Y'all don't want to listen to him. Y'all want to go do what y'all want to do, but no. So anyway, I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm going to live to be 101. I'll be playing tennis till I'm 90 years old. I'm just saying. You go, anyway, you go, girl. Y'all can replay this tape.
Look, I'm trying to be here tomorrow. Look,
she's trying to get to tomorrow. I got the 30-year plan, please, for 500 Bob, because my grandson, I got to see my grandson get married and have kids, all that stuff. Yeah, I got to see.
Right.
But let me tell you, so out of, with the cost about the Muskogee County Jail, right? There's 963 inmates. How do you say it?
Muskogee County.
Muskogee County. Yes. That's 963 inmates, right? So 32 are COVID positive, and 2 deputy sheriff supervisors are also fighting the virus. And there's 120 inmates only that's been vaccinated. That's why they're doing incentives, because it's like, ooh, that ain't a good number right there. But I'm really insulted that they're giving a bag of famous Amos cookies. Like, would someone really be like, hey, I'm going to go here, go ahead.
I mean, that's a little, that is disturbing, though.
That's,
crazy. It's almost like, but that,
Jesus.
To me, that is almost like insulting.
Yes, like, because there's a girl in Ohio, 22-year-old girl, white girl, please forgive me for saying like that, white girl, black girl, not trying to put no race thing in it, but I have to put the race thing in it. They gave her $1 million. She won the lotto, $1 million to take it. Why are they paying white women $1 million to take the vaccine? Huh? When most of them will take it. I don't understand that. So that's number one. She's very young. So they want to use her as a test subject. I bet you that vaccine got an extra love in it. Anyway, they said, this guy has 51-year-old Michael McCoy. He's an inmate in RG State Prison in Georgia. He said he was offered the warden's pack. That's items like cookies, chips, and candy if he took the vaccine. And he said, instead of using confidence and trust, why are they bribing me to take cookies and chips? So I'm like,
and that's what I'm saying. Some of this is so insulting.
It is. Wait till I tell you some of the things.
I mean, it is just like, really. I mean, why? I would be too ashamed to even offer someone something like that.
Right.
And, that is so, oh my God.
But that tells you, because when he said, what do they think we are? That's exactly it. He thinks you're a bunch of animals and that you're so desperate that now if I was a lifer, I might say, why not?
Desperate and vulnerability.
Yes.
They go after the people who are vulnerable.
Yes, that's exactly.
Who may not be, researching certain things.
Yes.
Who may not be so in tune
Yes.
to what's going on around them.
Yes.
But they're vulnerable.
Yes.
Right? They're vulnerable. So when you're vulnerable and you're misinformed,
yes,
you don't have a chance.
Nope, yeah, at all. Not with this, because it sounds easy. Like even someone was talking to me the other day, and I was like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Oh no, I'm not listening to that garbage. That's garbage. I'm not listening to that." Everybody has their thing, but just don't try to come convince me to be a part of the herd, because I'm definitely not a herd chick.
This is what, for me, it's almost like saying, "I'll give you $1 million if you stand on the train tracks until the train."
But most people will do it. Most people will do it. Oh, sorry.
I mean, seriously.
Sorry.
And it's like, or I'll give you $1 million if you jump into the river, off a bridge, or
no. Most people, believe it or not, if I said I will give you $1 million for this Russian roulette, there's one bullet and there's 6 chambers, you could take the gun. Most people would do it. Believe it or not.
Honey.
They would say like this. They would go like this. Look, they would be like, "Well, how many people used it already?"
Yeah,
that's what they would say. Wait, I'm number 4.
Yeah, right.
I don't think I'm nah. They'd be like, "Did anybody die yet?"
But you want to know something? Honestly, you know who would do that? People who are vulnerable.
Yes,
people
absolutely.
who are less fortunate.
Yes,
people who don't have a lot.
Yes.
Who's struggling.
Yes.
Who's, and let me tell you something. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at this. Pennsylvania, they're offering commissary credit. What? I mean, I don't know if anybody knows what that is. That's like when you're in jail, that's like a little store. And you get like the worst heart clogging artery food known to man. That's what you get in jail. Which is if you're so concerned about our health, right? Why aren't you offering inmates fresh vegetables and fruit? I'm just saying.
If you want to offer,
because most of them die of a heart attack,
if you want to offer an incentive to an inmate, offer them something like, we'll put you up somewhere for a year to live when you get out of prison. We'll set you up with a job.
Right. We'll send you a suit.
We have you a guaranteed job and a place to stay for a year when you get out of prison. Take, do what you got. Now that incentive for some less fortunate and maybe some people who have, long records and maybe can't get work. Right. Yeah, I could. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? But a bag of cookies.
Right.
Right. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Oh, so T says some are appealing. We'll talk. We'll get to you guys in a minute. You guys out there, I love some of your comments. Keep them coming. So here's the thing. I love that idea, Liz. I mean, I was like, why don't you say, okay, when you get out of jail, we're going to pay for you to be in college or get to trade school, learn trade. Duh. Now that's too much work.
That is going to be beneficial in the long haul.
Right? Well, not even that. But since we're talking about we need America to be healthy, we got to stop this and get a herd immunity. Since that's the case, right? Then what happened? We have more heart attacks per day, per minute than anything. We have more blood clot. Well, not blood clot. We have more high blood pressure, more diabetes. Why aren't you saying we'll pay you $10 not to go to McDonald's? I'm just saying. We'll pay you $10 not to use vegetable oil.
When you think about stuff like that, and you're talking about, especially the prison system, most of the time people are in there. Listen, they're repeat offenders. They're no family. No guidance, no support. If you're going to offer somebody something, offer them something that's going to make a difference in their life. Right? That's really going to make a difference. A pack of cookies is not going to make a difference in somebody's life.
I want to know who got the cookies.
You know what? That is so insulting that when I heard it, I wanted to address the sheriff that's in this county. Because you are a black man, okay? And for you...
Well, he's getting money. That's why he's saying it. Because everybody who's giving those incentives, they're getting a lot of money. Those cookies ain't nothing.
If you want to do something that's good for the community, help these inmates. Do something.
Let me show you something. Hopefully I won't get in trouble for playing it. But let me show you what I mean. Where's the guy in the car? Is this him? Okay, check this out. Ready? Let's see if we're gonna have to go off so we can show him. Ready? Watch this, guys. Watch this.
I had meant to make this video, I think, yesterday when I found out, but we've been talking about incentives for people to get the vaccine, free weed, free beer. They're giving out like gift cards and lottery stuff. Well, the latest from Walgreens is if you get vaccinated at Walgreens, they will give you a $25 in-store gift card. Let me repeat that. If you go get vaccinated at Walgreens, they will give you $25. How much money is the government paying them to give vaccines? That's my question. You are taking a $25 loss per shot that you give. How is this working out? How is this fiscally responsible?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And what about this one? Look at this guy. This is hilarious.
These incentives coming out to get this vaccine, which is supposed to be for health and well-being and safety and all that. But the incentives are coming from like McDonald's and Shake Shack and Dunkin' Donuts. Meanwhile, we all know that that shit's not good for us. Like, I'd be willing to bet that there is zero nutritional value in that type of thing. And meanwhile, this is a health issue. And I don't even know if this is a word, y'all, but it seems oxymoronic and almost laughable. All right, get this shot, which is good for you, but chase it with this shit that's fucked up. Seriously, y'all? I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone right now, I think.
Exactly.
Welcome.
I'm just saying, that's a good point. Like, why are you giving me McDonald's and clogging food? I call it. I don't know.
But look at this other thing now that they got going on with the guns.
Oh yeah,
we have the biggest gun issue in this country,
and they still.
And you mean to tell me that you are willing to start giving people guns to get? I said, what? There's something.
It's probably where the Kroger shooter got it from. I'm just saying.
There is something seriously wrong.
I'm just saying. Think about this. Yeah, think about it. If I was mad right now, I could say, "Well, I'll go and take the vaccine, and I'll get a free gun." What?
But this is what I'm saying. I'm like,
you can't go together. Like that's just sinful.
You can't even control what's going on with the gun issues that we're having,
and shootings everywhere.
But you're willing to give some more out there. While you're talking, listen, and it's almost like it's a double standard because it's like you're talking about how do we get these guns off the street, but you're putting them on there. So it's almost like, like what the hell is going on with this country?
It's crazy. Like, I mean, we have a lot of contradictions.
It's almost, is anybody seeing crazy? Because I see crazy, right? I see a lot of crazy going on. And it's like, it doesn't add up.
Nope, it sure enough doesn't. What about this? There's 700 prisoners in Georgia that have been vaccinated. Only reflects about 1.5% of the population. So that's why they're really going in, because that's not a lot when you think about it. In Florida, they said they expanded it for residents. 70,000 people still don't have access to the vaccine, they say. Those men and women are Florida prisoners. Now, how is it that they don't have access, but you're giving them incentives? Does that make sense?
Well, you're talking about Florida now, okay?
Florida. Oh, yeah, but something's wrong with that now. That's like an oxymoron to say 70,000 people still don't have access to the vaccine. Those men and women are Florida state prisoners. Really? Because you're giving incentives everywhere else. Why not Florida?
Because we're talking about Florida. And I'll just leave that there.
Oh, I'll leave that there. Then I'm going to leave it
there. We're talking about Florida, so that's
20% nationwide. 20% of the state federal prisoners have been vaccinated. That's not a lot. So now I know why they are here out in the streets giving incentives. But if you're going to give incentives, don't insult me. First of all, why is in white areas they're giving stuff like Broadway tickets, baseball game tickets, what's another one I saw? Broadway theater tickets, like really nice stuff. But if you go to the hood, they're gonna give you cookies and the $25 gift card.
Yeah, they can give you some cookies.
So anybody, I mean, I wish listen, if you got incentives going, we're gonna have to up that game. And that's how I see it. We're gonna have to up the game in my area and your area too. It's gonna have to be the same incentive. No, we're not doing that. So I don't know. If anything else, I'd be like, I'd be worried that they're giving them this incentive and they're only giving me that. Is my life only worth $25? Like, really?
Well, if you go geographically and you look around in different parts of the country, in different states, in different areas, in different communities, you'll see the difference of the incentives.
Oh, you know this. You can tell. I mean,
we'll see them.
Yeah, it's clear and evident. Yeah,
it's very clear. And it doesn't get any clearer than that. I mean, it's like, come on, seriously?
Well, I want them to start talking about educating more inmates. Why don't they put a Trader Joe's and a Mrs. Green's on the hood and all the hoods? Why don't they put that instead of them quarter water stores? And if you're giving money, can we get some reparations? I'm just saying. I just want to throw that in there. Can we throw in student loans for $500, please? Student loans.
I mean, something that's going to benefit these people. I mean, like I said, it is very, very insulting. And the people who are offering these incentives, like, if you don't see that this is insulting, then you have no kind of anything. Like, you know, you're just numb, like, to what's really going on.
Right.
Because I mean, I just cannot understand. I would be, even if my boss said, I want you to go out there and announce that we're giving incentives, cookies to the inmates, you know, I'm sorry, but I'd probably lose my job, because I'd be like, there's no way I'm doing that.
Right.
That is so insulting.
It is.
It's very so, you got to come up with something better than
that.
Well,
it's saying that we know you're so dumb and desperate that you'll do anything.
Yes.
And it's sort of like, when, you know, the difference between a slave and a prisoner is they get 25 cents an hour. That's the difference. So, I mean, unless it went up, it might have went up by now. I don't know. But check it out. Ohio, 5 people could win $1 million. Maryland, $40,000 cash to $400,000 for the grand prize. New York, you get $5 million. Kentucky, $225,000. Wow. And first of all, by the way, did I not tell you where the money's coming from? Your pockets. It's called, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. Did I say that? Did I say it's called, what do they call it? It's called, it's paid for through the, it will be paid for through the American Rescue Plan Act. Hashtag your dollars.
Would that be your taxes?
Your pockets. Yes, get your pockets. Why, Joe? Get your pockets. Hey, because let me tell you something. Cotton Eye Joe. Remember the song? I think Joe Biden when I think of that song. I'm sorry. I'm not happy with Biden. I don't think he's doing look, when Kanye said about George Bush, I'm saying it about Biden. I think Biden hates Black people. Don't let me tell it, but whatever. Okay. I'm going to really say, first of all, before I get in more trouble, if I get banned, guys, you can find me on YouTube.
We'll see you next week.
You'll see me on YouTube only, but I'm still doing my show tomorrow regardless. Okay, that's still on. Y'all make sure you come to my comedy fundraiser and evening with Tanya and friends. Yes. It's going to be fun. I got some fabulous girls and a guy performing tomorrow. I promise to make you laugh.
She doesn't get canceled tonight.
Oh, no. Well, no, they can't. That they can't cancel. I do that in another thing. I don't do it in this. I don't care. I'm still doing it, boo. Okay. I'm defiant against Mr. Zuckerberg. Let's see. Let's say, hey, Gina. Gina, what's up, baby? Hey, you guys go out and get her a book. Gina, put in the chat where they go for your book. It's My Italian Therapy.
Yes.
Go to her website and get her book. Elizabeth Graybill, Unbreakable Me on Amazon. You can go get her book. And my book, Surviving Foster Care and Making It Work for You. Every book that you buy goes to a foster youth in care. None of it goes to me. So just to let you know that. You can get it on the website too. I think you can click the link, www.fosterkidsuniteinc.com. And hey, Jenny Jen, what's up, girlie? Hey, I love that picture of Calvin. I'm just saying, I want to say his name. I don't want to say my girl's name. I don't say his name.
Oh, and just so
I love that picture. Who else? Huh?
just so everybody knows, I did a re-edit on my book. So
oh yes, Elizabeth did a re-edit on our book. It's still fabulous. Go get it. I got to re-edit my book one day. One day. Yes, Gina, you said a point. It's not only black girls, it's natives too. Well, we know about the natives. Yes, when that guy killed, what they call it, white girl syndrome, when the girl got kidnapped and they all of a sudden John Renee Ramsey, oh my God, the world's ending. And all the girl, I was looking up all the white girls that were kidnapped that they do a big thing. They're all blonde. I said, that's weird. That's just weird. Like, there's millions of girls with dark hair. And I know because one of my friends' kids was kidnapped and murdered. And so I'm like, nobody was out there looking for her like that. I'm just saying, like, this is.
Again, I'm going to tell you, this is America. And when we learn that every life matters, right? When we start incorporating that,
yes,
every life matters.
Absolutely.
Then maybe we'll see things go on differently. But until we stay stuck,
yes,
in the place that we're in, we're always going to see stuff like this happening. Yeah. Every life matters, and people really need to understand that, and really need to, to realize. And I think this country, although we say that we've come a long way, we have a long way to go.
We sure do, because I wouldn't have to say every life matters if it didn't. If it did come
exactly. So my thing is.
Just like we wouldn't need affirmative action or civil rights if we had come so far along. We came far along. Somebody just slap us down. Oh, excuse me, use the whip and put us back in place.
We haven't come that far. No. And I think that people, would like to believe the illusion that we have.
Yes.
But we haven't.
Nope.
And so this is until we understand that we haven't, we're not going to be able to change anything. Because you know what? Nobody's admitting that we haven't come that far.
Yep.
It's like.
Actually, speaking of which, there is a lovely group that I'm in, Sustainable Conversations. Look her up. You can look up Chris Chen on Facebook or Helena Joyce Wright. And they're doing Sustainable Conversations the last Monday of the month, 7 p.m. It's on the Zoom. You just sign up. It's free. When I tell you, they go in there, white, black, Chinese, everybody's in there, really having good dialogue on race relations and how we can heal. This is what happened to me. Okay, this is what happened to me. Okay, so what does that look like for us to get to where we need to be right here? Oh, that's all we got to do. Okay, I'm telling you, they are on point. Sustainable Conversations, last Monday of the month. There's going to be one this Monday coming up, the last one. Please check that out. I meant to tell you, Helena Joyce and Chris Chen, and Karen Friedholder, they're amazing. I'm telling you. So check that out. And what else? Who we got? Gina, you said you're finishing what you can of your house. Yeah, you might put up for sale. Girl, listen, I ain't never lied. I don't know. The country's getting crazy that I could escape. Yeah, I don't know what to do either, Gina. I'm still trying to debate all I know is I'm getting rid of everything, and I'm gonna do like what's his name? Is it Elon Musk? I'm dropping and stuff like it's hot. So if y'all looking for tag sale items, hit me up because I got a lot of stuff. I got all kinds of stuff, furniture, dishes. I'm downsizing just because I'm just gonna be ready when it's time. I insist on being ready, and I don't want anything holding me back or holding me down. So that's how I'm getting down. And I suggest to you too, if you're holding on to a lot of stuff, you might want to just let a little bit of it go. Because when it's time to go, it's time to go. You ain't got time for all the extra stuff. Keep yourself ready to go because this is getting crazier by the moment. I'd like to think that, it's going to stay just grand and fine. But no, you're not forcing me to do anything. Literally, I'd rather die than to be forced to do anything. So everybody has their thing, their limit. I have mine. I'm not doing whatever they want me to do. That's anybody, anywhere I would go. Don't force me to do nothing. I don't want to. If I want to, then I do it. What'd you say? You couldn't barely what? Who's this? I see T on here. I thought I saw a T. Where's she at? Girl. Okay. Oh, good night. Okay. Gina.
Love you.
You're out here. She's out here busting, trying to get that house ready. Hey, T. But there's some of the offerings appeal. Oh, which ones are appealing, T? Which ones do you think are appealing? Education might be appealing. Hey, Wayne.
That $1 million is appealing.
Oh, you think we're safe, Wayne?
If you can get it.
Yeah, Wayne says, hi, hey, Jennifer. Wayne says we're safe. What do you mean, Wayne? Tell me what you mean.
I don't understand what that means.
Yeah, what you mean we're safe? Because and who's we? Are you speaking French?
We have never been safe in this damn country, so I don't
know where that one come from. I don't know.
love my country.
Yeah, you might be safe up there in Canada.
Convince me that we've been safe.
Yeah, you might be all right in Canada, but down here, we especially as a woman and as a black woman. And as a woman and a black woman, how safe am I really? I'm not disillusioned.
Listen, sweetheart, ain't nobody safe.
Nope,
okay?
Nobody's safe unless you got your Glock. Even then, you
I have that too, and I still don't feel safe.
Exactly, you can still get it. So it's no such thing as a safe word here. Appealing to some. I would love to know, T, what you said. Some of the things incentive was, but I can't see. You didn't write anything. So I guess we'll have to leave it on that one. But, guys, so anyway, like Liz and I said, these are just our opinions. They're not solid. And we hope that you will do whatever you think is best for you and your family. We respect that. We love that. Do whatever that is that makes you safe and makes you feel that you can move and do whatever in the world. So you got to do what you got to do. That's the bottom line. Just don't be judging people and ousting people who are not doing what you do, because just because you do it don't mean
vice versa. I mean,
vice versa.
Right? I mean, everybody. What is that? When white men fighting.
What do I say? When white women are fighting,
real fight because the white man will support them. It's coming. The government do not know.
Oh, that's true. Like we got the Karens who's like, I'm not taking that. I am not doing it. Okay. And so their husband would be like, yeah, baby, you don't have to take it. We're going to make sure we don't take this. So we got those types, like the Jim Jones type. We got them types that are the guy.
Listen, let me just put this. Let me just say this, right? Here's a bug for everybody. When the government, and I hate to say it like this because people are going to be not me, but when the government says you're going to do something, trust me, they have ways of making you do it. So you can act like this is all, I'm going to, okay, this is what it is. People better start recognizing what's really going on. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, we can talk. I love this.
Yeah.
Okay. I love this. Yeah. But when they are ready to come for us,
they come. Oh, I know they can. They have the authority to when they can.
And whether this may be a fight to death.
Yeah. Right? There's actually a law that allows them to implicate to force you to do something. It was done in Massachusetts. What's the name of it?
I said, I don't, when people are saying, I'm not, and the government, I get
it. They don't have enough manpower to get to every door. So some people will not be.
Listen, I get it. I get that. And I feel the same way. Yeah. But I'm not crazy. I think I'm smart enough to know how powerful this thing really is. Okay. Right. And I'm going to tell you, it's like when they are ready for you, like they always have been, they will come for you, whoever it is. Right?
Yeah, but Wayne, this is what I'm saying, Wayne. You said that, and that sounds true. But if you remember this well, if nobody believes me, just pay attention. During slavery, right? Or not even during slavery, even now, if like I was at a job once, okay, and I was a receptionist, whatever, and I had a Karen who just whatever reason, she just went and blatantly lied to my boss. And she told me, I'm going to get you fired. And so she got me fired. Well, I had the option to leave or get fired. So I left, but still that's like being fired to me. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm not saying sorry to somebody that I did not. In fact, she was very rude to me. She was very racist and the whole thing was horrible. But I said, I don't have time. It wasn't my fight to fight. So I just didn't do it. But she pulled that I called the old okie dokie slave master move. Like, oh, really? You're not going to do what I want? Okay. We'll see about this. And she went back there and started crying to the boss, like the Negro done beat her up or something, like that type of cry. And I swear to you, I was behind the counter, like nothing went on like that. I don't know where she came out of it. Stuff that she came to us crying. She's one of our best customers. Well, really? Because ask the other 500 what they feel about me. You got one that said something like that, and you wouldn't believe her. Run the camera. Run the camera. You'll see what. So there was nothing. I mean, nothing that bad said. Plus, I wouldn't say anything bad. What would I say? So I'm saying the same thing, that when the highest up man And he was doing that, which scares me, when he was like, they're gonna have to do X, Y, and Z, or else X, Y, and Z is gonna happen. I was like, whoa, you sound like the Gestapo to me. That's what it sounds like to me. When you're like saying, well, everybody's gonna get on the board, or else this is gonna happen. Like when Cohen was saying, well, we're gonna go in cars and go home to home. First of all, you ain't never been that caring about my community. So now you're going to go up into the hood and you're going to go door to door, shooting people up and driving in a car if they don't want to go. Like, that's stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's rude. And it's just very un-American. We're really becoming more like
look at this.
Russia or China, in my opinion. We're becoming very much like China.
Look at the war. Look at how they started drafting people, right? There's a lot of people that didn't want to go to war. But what did they do? Huh? Yep. They made you go. Yeah. They made you go. You didn't have an option.
Well, there was a way. There was a way out, but people didn't.
There was a way out, but honey, please. You know how many people got killed in the war? They made you go. You didn't have an option.
Yeah. Well, none of our presidents have been in the war. You heard me. None of our presidents have served in the war.
This is my thing, though. It's like, this is the power, right? When they said you're drafted, you're going overseas to fight for this country. It wasn't an option, right? They got to that point where there wasn't an option. You wasn't signing up voluntarily. They were telling you, you're going.
Well, maybe that's how we got, let me stop.
I mean,
I had a joke, but I won't say it.
Thing is, I guess my point of saying that is this. When they are ready, and you might not have to, you may find a way out of it, but when they're ready to say, this is what's happening here in this country, trust and believe. It's not going to be like they're asking, can we please? No. We're going to have to look for ways to probably get around it.
Well, that's the best part about us is there's always somebody on the black market that's like, oh, really? Okay, let's get it popping. No. And that's the beauty of life is there's always one person that, I mean, even I won't say where I was at, but when I was out of the country, I'll just say, there was a way for me to get whatever I needed to go into a store. I mean, there was so many things I saw. They had sites that I ain't never heard of in my life before. So there's always an out, because let me tell you why. The one thing I know about this country is when it was stolen and when the slave master and all them people made it, whoever made it, they always made an out because they knew they'd screw up. So they always make an out for themselves in court and law. There's always an out. You just got to be smart enough to figure out what that is. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of America, is that there's always an out.
That's also the downfall for a lot of our people, right? Because you got a lot of our people who are not, they're not looking for these things. They're not looking, they're not reading between the lines. They're looking at what's going on the internet and the news, and they're taking shit for face value, and they believe what they hear, and they're not researching. They're not doing, listen, this is serious.
Yes.
This is serious. Listen, stop going on Google. Okay.
There's nothing real on Google.
Everything. Yeah. Walk into one of these nice big libraries they have and grab you an old book and start reading up on some stuff. Because let me tell you something, not everything you're going to find on Google either. Okay. Sometimes
the first 3 layers are bought out anyway.
Yeah. And my thing is that, listen, we have to start digging a little deeper. Okay. Yes. We're in a place where we are so used to getting things done so quickly. We get on Google, we type something in, something pops up, and we believe it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we freaking believe that's the truth. Yep. And you know what? That is all a part of this sick effing thing that they got going on in this world. Right? Stop. Listen, that gotta stop.
Yep. Because I mean, even people say, "Oh, I know about this." With whatever, even science, they're like, I know about this. I had one friend insult me and say, science wasn't your specialty. I was like, when the fuck did you die and get in charge of my life of what I did in school? I don't remember you being in my grade book. I don't remember that. So how do you know what I got in science? I pretended like I didn't like it, but how do you know what I know? How do you know what I took at NYU? How do you know? How do you know this?
Let me tell you something.
So I was like, he has no idea. I literally will go study something like a goddamn scientist.
Right. But you got a lot of people that won't. And you got a lot of people right now who have PhDs off of Google, right? We're diagnosing ourselves off of Google, right?
Yes.
we're doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, just go to Google.
Yeah,
Oh, I
no,
got a
you
pain in
can't.
my arm.
Google
Oh,
is,
I have. Oh, I listen, I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah.
Like I have to tell myself at some point, can you stay off of Google? Can you stop Googling stuff? Because you're not a doctor. You're not a lawyer.
Well, I used to be a freelance journalist. A lot of people don't know that. And so what only way if I really want to find real news, like not just playing around, not just shooting the breeze, I like to go to the absolute source. So if I want to know something about science, I talk to my friends who are virologists. That's who I talk to.
Okay,
I don't talk to Joe Schmo or Sandy Dandy because they're going to tell me their basic knowledge that I have basic knowledge. But a virologist or a scientist or someone that's really in that field, and now it doesn't, just because, someone's with, who's supposed to be the most valid right now, doesn't mean that I trust them either. So I want to know a scientist from 3 different countries personally. For me, that's what I get down. I don't want just one version, because anything in science can be talked good or talked bad.
Absolutely.
I can tell you why it's not good to wear glasses, and I can tell you why it's good to wear glasses. And I can show you quantitative reasons. Like you'll be like, oh, wow, that makes sense. And it could all be a crap. So I don't believe anything until I really research it. And that's hard to do. You have to know somebody in the field that you are studying, not just one person. You need to know a few people, because there's different, like I said before, there's different studies. If you and I study 10 lab rats and she studies 2, I mean, I can come up with stuff all day long.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think that really kind of disheartens me a little bit, because when I listen, listen, there's been so much stuff, that's been going across the internet, and whether it be about COVID,
I don't listen to that.
This or it be about that. I mean, there is so many things. You don't know what the hell the truth is and what's not the truth anymore. Yeah. It's almost like, you know what? You just want to shut it off and say, you know what? Enough. Okay. Yeah. Because they got so many opinions. Yeah. So many, it's almost like
you can't even listen to that. Like I tell my friends, don't Google nothing, don't even YouTube nothing. What you have, if you don't know somebody personally in that field, then just sit back and wait.
You can only speak in theory.
Or relax or something.
Listen, most of the time it's only theory, right? Nobody got the scientific facts, right? We're talking theory, and so I just
Oh, Wayne's talking about Hitler, how the Nazi Germany gained power over some sleeping people, supported Hitler, and when he woke up, it was the first start attacking the communists and support him because everything feared, but then they turned the other way. Well, yeah, Hitler, that's the thing about, a lot of people don't know this about Hitler. He learned all his tricks from us. I'm just saying, he learned all his tricks. I'm not kidding. He learned, look it up. He learned, him and the crazy Mengler, they learned a lot. He learned a lot of stuff from us, which is crazy. And they caught him the first time before he killed 6 million people or so, or more actually. And they were like, oh yeah, we're just gonna give the kid gloves, and ooh, that's all they did to him. And then he was like, oh, I got him now. He came back bigger and stronger and literally wiped out generations of people. And because nobody believed him. So I'm funny, and I don't understand why anybody or America doesn't understand my hesitancy, being the history of this country. My Native American side has been duped. My African side has been duped. And even my wife's side has been duped. So all the sides have been duped. You got to understand my hesitation. And if you don't, I don't really care. It's just as long as you don't make me do nothing, we're good. We're good.
The thing is,
I don't care what you think about me, because I could care less. It don't matter.
You got to understand what this country was truly built on. Yeah. How it was truly built. Listen, and there's a lot of ugly stuff that people don't want to talk about.
Tell my ancestors about it.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of ugly stuff. So when you understand, how this country emerged and how things were, you start to look at this country. Because let me tell you something. I've done some research.
Yeah.
And you know what the sad part about that was for me is that when I really started getting some of the truth about how this country was built, and and the oh my God, the human, sacrifices, the when I started really looking at how this country was truly built, how people were treated, it really made me sick.
And women.
Listen, it made
and
me
still
sick,
women.
but it made me sick to my stomach.
And
Right?
children.
I did not feel proud in a lot of those moments.
Nope.
Okay. And I am proud to be an American. Okay.
Yeah.
But that stuff had me doubt everything that I grew up to believe.
Yes.
Okay. That stuff put a different taste in my mouth.
Right.
Where I'm at.
And that's what people have to respect. Some people don't respect that. They say, well, this is you should just trust this and then do that and do that. No, you trust whoever you want to trust. Don't tell me what. I know my research. I do my personal due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a fool. I am far from a fool. I didn't just get an NYU degree because it was out of the Cracker Jack box. You know what I'm saying? I put in my time. You know what I'm saying? At my age, I put in my time. And my world time, by the way, I've traveled around the world. So not just local time, world time. I know my stuff for me and what works for me. You don't need to tell me what I need for me. I need to tell me what I need for me. And you need to tell yourself what you need for you.
My thing is that you have to seek your own truth.
That's it.
You have to, I like I said, a lot of my views and the way I seen certain things changed when I started really wanting to know what the truth was.
Right.
And the truth, some of that truth is very ugly.
Oh, please. I'm going through trauma right now watching them
and
it is with whips and stuff. I'm like, do we not know our history? What?
But yeah, a lot of it is very ugly. And it just, and in certain moments, no, I don't feel proud. No. You know what I'm saying? I don't. How could you? How could any decent, caring, compassionate human being feel good about the tragedies, that have happened in this country to people who were innocent?
Right.
Who I mean, how could you feel good about that?
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I love my country, but I don't like some of the crap
that's going on
has done.
Absolutely.
Okay? And I will never, ever sit by and say, oh, I'm okay with that. No, I am not okay with that.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's
and some people don't understand that. And that's, and even what we're talking about today, some people say, I'm not talking against no one or nothing. I would make it clear that we believe you should do whatever you think is great for you and your family. Absolutely. I have friends, I support them 150%. I got family members 150%. That's what they chose to do. Absolutely. But don't come for me. Don't come for me because I didn't do what you wanted me to do. And don't please stop telling me about some goddamn herd immunity because I'm sick of hearing that one.
You know what?
I'm not a fucking animal, first of all. And I'm not here to herd for nobody. The Lord put me here from myself, for my lesson, not for you, not for Janie, not even for my kids. I hate to say it. For me, I'm here for a lesson for me. And that, whatever that is, I have to pay for that, not you.
Absolutely.
So let me hold that whole bag by myself.
Yeah, the thing is just respect one another.
That's it.
For where you're at. That's it. I mean, you don't have to, this is not a fight or a war. Listen, and bottom line is, we shouldn't feel any type of way about another person's decision. Nope. I mean, what is that about? Just think about that. Why am I so upset because you didn't do something?
Yes. Oh, I got people mad. I got people really mad.
Something might be wrong with me because I don't even know half these people. And it's like, you know what? Okay.
I had a lady literally get mad at me and like was really sassy to me. I was like, girl, first of all, I don't know you like that. That's number one. Okay, you can't be in my grill like that. Number two, my mama's dead. Both of my mama dead. So who are you?
My thing. Listen, respect me. That's all I ask.
Oh yeah, you're gonna definitely do that.
Left field, for some craziness. Oh, I'm definitely gonna come back at you.
Yeah,
it's all good. That's my nature. Look, my nature is if you come for me, I'm coming back for you. But other than that, people have choices to make, and that's
what this is all about, choices.
That's not, it's not for me to say that it's the right or the wrong choice. That is not my business.
Nope.
You know,
As long as you be responsible, do you? And that responsible means like I'm not gonna go walk. I don't go walking up in crowds and be like calling people's face and all that stuff. Certain things I do. That's why I'm being responsible. I went to go see somebody. I had a COVID test because I want to make sure that I don't have COVID. Mm-hmm. That's what I did. I'm responsible. I'm very responsible.
Well, for those
people are not like me. Well, I see people traveling around, going here and there, being all reckless, and then bringing the reckless to somebody else. That's not right.
Well, the other thing is those people that are out there, they're yelling, like you said, in other people's faces and doing all this stuff. Listen, y'all need to take a chill pill too, because that's the definition of crazy. Okay. Why would you be so worried about strangers? People you don't even know. It's like, leave people be. Leave them be. And that's just it. Just respect each other's space. Respect each other's decisions. Respect each other. Listen, if you don't like it, then hey, you don't have to sit around it.
That's it.
Walk away.
That's it.
Walk
and
away.
That's it. And with that being said, that's how we'll end. All my guys out there in the jail. Listen, you might want to think about your incentives and be like, ain't I worth more than a famous Amos? I'm just saying, that's what I would be thinking. That's all. I'd be worth more. Like, give me the Lotto ticket for $1 million. I'll take the Lotto. That I'll do. That may make sense. But
and then I just got approved to go up into the prisons so I could, bring some classes there.
Oh,
and to talk to these young ladies that are in prison. Nice. And my thing is like, after hearing that, I was almost like, it's crazy.
Yep. Yes, that's right. That's right, Wayne. That's true. More people are dying from diabetes and they can't even get their damn medicine. That's the thing. See, that's the thing. The contradictions are so massive. It's crazy to me. That like, oh, you really care about my health? Oh, really? Okay.
Well, that's another great incentive.
Look, my friend needs his $800 a month psych meds.
That's my thing is that see, those are even better incentives, right? Yeah. You got people that can't afford to get medication. Yes. Give them a lifetime plan where they can get their medication for free. Medication that's going to save their lives.
Or a year of free therapy.
I mean,
like that would be like, whoa. I mean, it would be like, we'd be at 90 percentile if that was the case. Everybody like, you get your college paid for 4 years. Oh,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, those are incentives, but an incentive like cookies and $25 Walmart card or whatever card.
Yeah, those are not incentives.
Yeah, or a gun, like to get a gun. Yeah. And fully pimped out. Here's another one. The fully pimped out wagon or whatever they call them, trucks. I was like, are you kidding me? Like
Ford F-150s.
Yes. They're going by the area you live in, so they got guns, rifles, AK. I mean, not AK.
And they classify them for hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hunting what? Because for hunting.
You said it.
What?
There it is. Hunting it looks like a brownie. I'm getting brownies. That's what I'm hunting.
Or maybe just a whole shop full of Kroger people. Right? You understand what I'm saying? God, this is awful. I mean, how would you even offer an incentive like a gun, a firearm, a rifle, a hunting rifle? You know what? It doesn't even matter because it all kills, right? Why would you even offer an incentive like that, knowing that we're having such an issue with this gun violence?
Right.
That is just the definition of insanity completely.
It is. I especially with the killing at Krogers. The one yesterday in California. The guy that plays one in Tennessee. And I didn't even Google how many more shootings there were.
That we have here every day in Columbus, Georgia, and I'm telling you,
everywhere.
Day.
It's crazy.
Every single day.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I know it's time to go, and I know we kept you guys up so late. I thank you guys, but I have to. I got to let y'all. What did it say? I have to let y'all, the sleeping people can't see it. Of course, Wayne, definitely not. I have to play at least one video from Sketch City because what would it be if we didn't have fun? We got to leave on a good note. So let me do that, and then we'll end. Liz, hang out with me for a minute. Okay, ready?
I got you.
I'm signing an executive order granting reparations, reparation aid.
Oh, wait.
I can't find my key. We're excited to have country superstar Faith Topus with us today. He's going to debut her new country hit. I can't find my key. Play focus.
I can't find my teeth. I don't know how I lost them. I need a bowl of oatmeal because I can't find my food. And I just don't. I can't get to it. Wait, stop. Good evening and welcome. I'm Trudy Tirade and you are watching Channel 1 News. I'm reporting from the White House press conference room and I'm here with Mr. President Joe Biden. Good evening, Mr. President. How are you?
Good evening, Miss Tirade. Do you have my ice cream cone? I need my ice cream cone.
I don't have an ice cream for you, but I will mention something that was quite cold. You gave away trillions of dollars, but you didn't give any reparations. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. I'm excited to announce that tomorrow I'm signing an executive order granting reparations, Reparation H.
Okay, well, tell us this. Are student loans still on the table?
Student loans fell off the table, and I can't locate them.
Oh, boy. Okay. Mr. President, well, you know, Afghanistan, that was a chaotic exit. Can you tell us what happened with that?
Yes, the situation in Afghanistan reminds me of an old Irish poem that my grandfather used to recite during difficult times. It goes something like this. I have a brown-eyed cow that gives me milk and cheese. Now I'm sitting in my room with hoof and mouth disease.
Okay. Well, Mr. President, one last question. I know you have to run. Are you concerned about White House security since the attack on the Capitol?
White House security has been greatly upgraded since the January 6th attack on the Capitol. The only vulnerability at the White House is that the other day, I forgot to turn off the White House stove. I almost burnt down the White House.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Mr. President. We must go, and I know you have other duties to attend to. So I thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Trudy Tirade, and this is Channel 1 News. Please tune in tomorrow. We will be talking back again at the White House. Thank you. Hi, guys. Hi, you're watching On the Town. I'm your host, Tanya, and Elizabeth Graybill, author of Unbreakable Me, has been my guest. Guys, I hope you had a good time with that. That's some sketches Tony and Viagra and I have been working on. Listen, we do them on the fly. That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? So Sketch City is something that will be a permanent part of the show. I'm so excited because I've been wanting to do these for years and I've been making an excuse for years and we're just doing what we got with what we got. That's it. That's it. And that's all. Let the chips fall where they may, people. I hope you had a laugh on us and we'll see you. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Good. I'm glad you like, oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. We're trying. I hope you guys, we had this dialogue. That's all, it's living room chat. What do you want? I'll see you Sunday. My guest is Chad. He's an illustrator. That's my guest Sunday. So thank you, Elizabeth, for hanging with us. I appreciate you.
I love you.
All right. And guys, if you have any questions or if you want to email me any topics, you can email me onthetownwithtanya@gmail.com. And make sure you go out and buy Elizabeth's book, Unbreakable Me, on Amazon, right? Yes, Amazon. Thank you. Oh, really? Okay, good. That was funny. Good. All right, Tony, you heard that. But yeah, go check that book out. My book is Surviving Foster Care, Making It Work for You. Amazon. You can always inbox both of us if you want to know where to get it. And most importantly, tomorrow night, Friday, 8 p.m. If you want the free Zoom link, go to the page. What's it called? Foster Kids Unite presents. What's it called? A Night with Tanya and Friends or something like that. Comedy with Tanya and Friends. That's tomorrow night in Zoom, 8 p.m. I am your host with the most. Okay, come out and check out the show for free on us. It's a fundraiser for foster youth who are aged out. Imagine being in school with no mom during a pandemic. Hello. You need a contact, and we're the contact. So come out and support us. Even if you don't have any money, still come. Please come. And Beijing say, really? Come out and just support the foster youth. Show your love for them and show that you're in it to win it. Sometimes just a laugh is all we need for your donations. So try to come out tomorrow. It's free. Inbox me if you need the link. And also the link will be in the event page that you can sign up to and say going. All right. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Liz, hang out with me.